Dandadan. And with that, I'm going to pass this one over to Brian.
All right. So the chapter picks up where we left off with Momo and Okarun having a conversation. And she asks him what his name is. And he's kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. Well, he's just like, nah, you don't want to know my real name. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hate it. And she's just trying to egg him on and try to get him to tell her. And he continues to refuse, and they kind of continue to kind of bicker back and forth until she eventually caves in and she asks, why Okarun? Like, why is that your nickname? And he thinks back to like the old Momo, where she's the one who actually gave him this nickname. And he goes, it's because he likes the occult. And um, she kind of like takes it in a bit, and they just sit there in silence. And Okarun starts to think to himself that even though they're so close, she still feels so far away. And all the things that they went through together are gone, and there was no way to get it back. And he just can't accept it. Um, and as he's kind of stuck in this thought, Momo kind of breaks him out of it and asks if like what kind of occult stuff he likes. And very dryly he answers aliens.
Aliens.
Like no excitement, nothing.
Aliens.
He's just like aliens. And she's kind of like, oh, that kind. And he's like, you don't believe in them, do you? And she says it's up to the individual to decide if they believe or not, isn't it? And he goes, it's not, it's real. And she's like, show me one then. And he's like, you already seen one. Vamola is an alien. And she's kind of going, Vamola is an exchange student from India. And Okarun's like, you have an awful lot of confidence for someone with no memory. And she's like, then show me some proof. And we immediately cut to Vamola with her fucking like antenna.
Yeah, she's got antennae.
And Momo's kind of like staring at Okarun as she's talking, and she goes, my kaiju suit, it's busted right now. It's with Mr. Peony getting fixed.
Who's Mr. Peony again?
Maybe it's the boxer guy, the alien boxer.
That's Mr. Shrimp, though.
The crab, the shrimp man.
The Shrimp Man.
Let's see.
Bro, this face is making me...
It is the boxer guy.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Mr. Peony.
But she's like,
That's a crazy name.
She's like body bumping him, and she's going, well, where's your proof, huh? Hurry up with it, come on. And then Okarun goes, after school, come to Mr. Peeny's place with me, and then you'll understand. And then Momo gets shy all of a sudden, and she goes, but this is so sudden. You want to walk with me? You want me to walk with you after school? And he gets shy, and he's just like, what? No, it didn't mean it like that. It's about the proof. And then she goes, is this why you came at me in such a weird way? Are you trying to use my amnesia as a means to seduce me through the occult? And he's just like, no, I'm not trying to seduce you. Space aliens are real. And they continue to bicker, and then we cut back to the main squad, and Christian's Lord and Savior, Ginta, is here.
The goat himself.
He goes, Miss Ayase, remain calm. Please remain calm and hear me out. Before you lost your memory, you and I were and then as he was saying it, he gets fucking choked out by I forget her name. I always forget her name.
Arisa, right? I feel like I always forget it too. Ira.
Ira. Yeah. Ira proceeds to like immediately choke him. And Jin also comes in and he's like, Momo, stay away from this man. And they continue to kind of mutter amongst each other, being being silly. And Super Smash Bros. Reference here. Quinta says, I'm the best there is at Super Smash Bros.
No,
And
Gigi claims to be the best.
Oh,
at
Gigi?
Yeah, Okaru said they was all lies. Shit.
Okaru's nice with it, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
And this is like the entirety of the occult club, and she's going, how am I supposed to trust any of you? And Ira says Gigi's first name, set up for later. She goes, Enoji. N-G-O-G.
And Joji.
I forgot. And Joji. What's happening with Miss Seiko? And like we get a little brief kind of recap on what's going on with Granny. Apparently she's going to have another surgery and won't be released for 2 to 3 months. So damn, she got dog walked by the smoke guy.
Yeah.
And at this point, after the recap, Ira tries to test Momo's like connection to the spiritual, and she switches into her Acro Silky form, to which Momo can't see at all. And it is then kind of determined that she has lost her ability to sense the supernatural.
She can't see Evil Eye either.
Yeah, she can't see them at all. And as she's kind of leaving, Momo is like, come on, Okarun, let's go. And as Okarun's following, Ira grabs him by the arm and goes, hold on, you're not taking Takakura with you. Which is the first time that this version of Momo hears Takakura's name. And she kind of turns around and she goes, Takakura? And Ira is just like really laying it on thick. She's doing her whole fucking this is my man routine.
My man.
But this time it drives a ginormous wedge between Momo and Okarun. And she goes, you wouldn't tell me your name because you said I wouldn't like it, but it's just an ordinary name. Were we really even friends? And Gigi tries to kind of jump in and try to kind of, bring up the mood. But by this point, the damage is already done. And she starts walking away by herself and goes, so that's how it was, huh? Okay, I think I get the picture. And she walks away sadly as she thinks to herself, something is seriously bothering her. She's feeling the feeling of being left out, and it's frustrating to her. And as she's walking through the school halls, she is met with Saint Germain as he goes, let me hear all about your worries. And that's the end of the chapter. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I really enjoyed this chapter. Especially the beginning. Their bickering is always very funny, and it's very it's such like a true thing about like relationships. You just like bust each other's balls, and it's a lot of fun when you meet someone on that level. And I feel like that series just like captures that. So it's cool they still have this kind of connection. It's almost like she never forgot about him. They're just kind of carrying on. No matter what, they always have this kind of dynamic, which is kind of sweet. And I do like how they are kind of approaching this amnesia thing, because it's like it's working on like I guess an emotional level where it's tackling it in a way I haven't seen before. Amnesia is usually like a plot point to just kind of like get something by a character or something. Like you, if you think about like how the Big Mom thing happened, it was more of a utilitarian reason more than this. Well,
Yeah.
but this is more of like an emotional, character driven point. And now we see at the end here with Saint Germain, it is also like on that plot level, it is just like an opening for Saint Germain. You know, I'm curious to see how he uses this. So, you know, but I do think like I feel like he's doing this kind of like trope a little better than most. So, you know, that's been entertaining to see, and it feels like it how realistically it would happen is being portrayed very well. But those are all my thoughts, really. Josh, what did you think?
Man, it was a cute chapter. It was funny. It's I'm so sad. I'm really sad for Momo and the gang. I really hope she regains her memories. Like, not that this is just a new Momo and she has to relearn everything. I hope that this was more so of like a reset for her abilities and for her to like, you know, for there to be like a new approach, because everybody else is starting to like gain something new as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what the purpose of her having amnesia is, you know, plot wise. Hopefully it's not so that Germain could take advantage of her. That would be whack. I don't want to see that arc at all.
Whack.
That would be whack. But shit, I don't really got more thoughts. It was a cute chapter. It's a slice of life chill, Dandadan.
Don, 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 don. Brian, what did you think?
I'm really curious as to whether this is like truly Momo. Purely because like Ken Takakura was like, maybe it's because she didn't hear the Ken part, but Takakura was a very important figure in her life.
Yeah.
Right. Something's weird there.
Yeah, like the fact that she thinks it's an ordinary name and the fact that she kind of, I don't know, accepts the occult, like kind of like the way that she talked about the occult in the beginning of the series is very different from the way she was talking about it now. So it kind of feels like she is kind of a different person a little bit. Like, even though like she knows that there's a feeling of something being wrong, like maybe she's missing something and like she's not truly a part of it. It might be because she isn't, and this is like a completely different person within her body.
Wow.
And that's why she feels so far away from Okarun, because even though she like her body is physically right there, her like, you know, her spirit is somewhere else right now.
Yeah.
Yo, okay. Actually, I had a crazy moment because I thought what you were saying is perhaps they pulled her from a different universe, and that's why things aren't the same. Not that she had amnesia, but she does have that feeling, like you mentioned, of missing out on something, which leads me to believe that this is her and something happened. So never mind.
This could be like a different version of Momo, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not the same one that.
But then why would she feel like she's missing out?
I feel like it's the loss of her memory is to the point where it's not even like a memory thing. It's more like pieces of her soul are gone, or you know, there's pieces of her soul are missing. There's like gaps in her personality or you know, just like the things that are the very core of her being that goes beyond just memory. And I think that's more what's happening more than it's a different person. It's probably just like there's just like a lot of missing information in Momo's life right now, even at things within the core of her personality. So
Yeah, but the fact that she can't like see the spiritual, like spirituality has been a part of her life since she was born.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was trained in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to kind of see that as kind of something that's absurd and out of question
Well,
is also
she stated she believes in ghosts still, you know, like
oh
she remembers that her grandma's a medium.
Josh,
Josh, I think you mean.
Yeah, then why couldn't she see Ira? Then why? Yeah.
I think she
Yeah.
believes him, she just can't see it. You know?
yeah, but she has been able to see it, hasn't she? Like her whole life.
Well, she doesn't remember that. I don't know. She hasn't been able to see it her whole life.
She seen ghosts for the first time with Okaroon, with the Turbo Granny.
That was like the first ghost she ran into.
Right, and then she was
Because
like, "Holy
as
shit,
far as she
Grandma, it's
knew-
real." Yeah, you're right.
Like she's
Yeah.
always known her grandmother was a medium, but she'd never seen like a ghost with her. She just believed her grandma could really see ghosts and shit.
I see.
And that happened. No, the Turbo Granny incident happened before the Serpoians, right?
Pretty much at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, but it's important because I thought the Serpoians activating her power happened before Turbo Granny. Then it would have made sense her being able to see it. But like, I wonder why she'd never seen them all the way up until that point.
It mentioned that she's like she didn't do this a whole lot. You know, she wasn't practicing her chi for her whole life. Remember, like she was doing this until people started making fun of her. And now Okaroon's actually doing this. So,
And they went out of their way to find Turbo Granny.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think there is something to what you're saying, Brian, is that she was a different person in the sense that like she's still like very much Momo, but there's like fragments of her missing, you know, like just, you know, she might as well be a different person, but she still is the same person, especially since the way she gets on with Okaroon, it's like she never forgot, you know, it's that same dynamic. So that Momo's still there. It's just like there's a lot of her missing, I guess, if you were to look at it as puzzle pieces or, you know, something like that. Or, you know, how like in Kingdom Hearts where Sora loses his memory and he's just like getting in the recovery chamber the entire time in like Kingdom Hearts 2, just piecing together his own memories again.
Oh, I should have mentioned this in the updates, but I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 1. I got the final mix. I got the final mix HD.
Hell yeah, dude. I was thinking of playing that again.
It has basically all the Kingdom Hearts games up until 3.
Yeah, that's what I have.
But it
too.
doesn't have 3 in it.
I've been playing
Yeah,
the crab 300 crabs mission on repeat.
No.
Every
No, not the
Yep.
300 crabs.
Is there
I
a
don't play-
euphemism for League of Legends, essentially?
No, nope.
Is the grind not that similar?
No, not at all. Actually, this one is
Not even in,
much
like,
more
the macro
mundane.
scope?
I enjoy the everlasting mundane task of collecting 300 crabs.
More than your minute-to-minute action in League of Legends?
Yeah, that's too much excitement going on, too much, you know, emotion being evoked. I prefer to collect 300 crabs mindlessly.
Too much pushing?
Yeah, like too much like other human interaction